Welcome everyone to video 9.3. We're going to multiply binomials. So remember, a binomial is a two-term polynomial. And we have two in front of us right here. This binomial is going to multiply to the other. One thing I want to point out right now, what this is doing and what we're doing is we're taking multiplication, we're taking a product, and when we're all done, it's going to turn into a sum. So kind of like a magic trick, but it works, and that's what we're going to do. So here's the steps. There's an acronym called FOIL. First, outside, inside, last. Another way to look at this is you're basically doing distributive property two times. You're going to take this, distribute it, and then you're going to take this, distribute it. Here's what it looks like. I multiply the first terms in each binomial, 2x multiplied to the x, and I get 2x squared. Next, I'll do the outside terms, so 2x is on the outside and 4 is on the outside, so I'm going to multiply 2x to 4, and I get 8x. I will then take the inside terms, which are 3 and x, and I'll do 3 multiplied to x, and I get 3x. Lastly, I'll take the last terms, which are 3 and 4, and I'll multiply those to get 12. My next step is write this as an expression. So add all of these up because they are being separated by plus signs. I write them as an addition problem, so I've already done it. I took a product and I made it a sum. Last step, combine like terms. So these two middle terms, the blue terms, have to be combined together. Final answer, 2x squared plus 11x, these two together, plus 12. There's my answer. Let's do it again. We're going to use FOIL to take this multiplication problem and turn it into an addition problem. Remember, first terms, and remember, one way you can do this is you definitely can just think of it as distributive property twice, because that is really what's going on. I've written it out. So my first terms are 6h and 2h. My outside terms are 6h and 3. So basically 6h multiplied to both of those. And the inside are negative 7 multiplied to 2h and negative 7 multiplied to 3. So then the negative 7 was distributive. Okay, let's multiply and write this up. 6 times 2 is 12, and I have two h's, so that's h squared, and I have 6 times 3 is 18h, and 2 multiplied to negative 7 is negative 14h, and negative 7 multiplied to 3. Now, I'm going to combine these two right here. I have 18h minus 14h, or plus negative 14h, and that gives me 4h. So now I'm ready to add all my terms up. Okay, so 12h squared right here. My two middle terms combined to 4h right here, and minus 21. Okay, couple more to do here. So, how about on this side, I'll do the FOIL method again. And on this side, I'll kind of just do my distributive property twice, which is the same thing. So, my first terms are 5m and 8m, and if I multiply those together, I get 40m squared. And then my outer terms are 5m and negative 1, so that gives me a negative 5m. Then my inside are 2 and 8m, so 2 multiplied to 8 is 16, but there is an m there, so I'll keep that. And my last terms are 2 multiplied to negative 1, which gives me a negative 2. So now I'm going to put these together. Here we go. I took these and wrote them down here, and if I put my m's together, 16m minus 5m, or plus negative 5m, is 11m. So here's my answer to this question. On this next one, I will do the distributive property and show you what that looks like. If I do the distributive property twice, I multiply these, and I get 63, 9 times 7, and I get a squared. Then I'm going to multiply my outer ones, 9 multiplied to 4, and that's 36a. Then I'll move to my inner ones, or I should have done that color, sorry. My inner will be negative 8 multiplied to 7a, which is negative 56a. And lastly, I get negative 8 multiplied to 4, which is negative 32. Now, a lot of you are like, oh, I love this way. Look at, you didn't show work. Yeah, you're right, but you could make mistakes, and you could forget this is a negative 8. So be very careful if you're just going to do this. The safe way is to write all of this out. So now let's put this together. Okay, so I combined my like terms. This should have been blue, sorry. And 36a minus 56a is negative 20a. And my 63a squared and my negative 32 is here. Notice descending order, standard form, very good. This is just a quick little thing, and it's more to set you up for our next lesson, which we'll do some factoring. But if we look here, let's match these and let's see if we can do it quickly. 3x multiplied to 2x should give us 6x squared. And all of these are 6x squared, and all of these are 3x and 2x. So we can't match yet. But a positive 4 times a positive 5 gives us 20. And a positive 4 multiplied to a negative 5 will give us negative 20. And a negative 4 times a positive 5 will give us negative 20. And a negative 4 multiplied to a negative 5 will give us positive 20. So just by doing that, I know that the first problem and the last problem are going to end in positive 20, so one of these is going to match. One of these will match. My next step is I can just quickly go like this and go 3x multiplied to 5 is 15x, and then 4 times 2x is 8x, and 15x and 8x gives me 23x, and it would be positive. So I look right here, that matches, so we can just match that up. Now let's check this quick. So this times 3x multiplied to 5 is negative 15x, and negative 4 multiplied to 2x is negative 8x, and if I add that up, that's negative 23x. So this one will match here. All I have left are these two. I'm going to apply that same practice here. What I'm going to do is do 3x multiplied to negative 5 gives me negative 15x, and then 4 multiplied to 2x is 8x. Now, negative 15x and positive 8x gives me a negative 7x, and where do I see it? I see it right here. So then this one must match there. So I just kind of showing you this more for later when we're going to do some special cases and some factoring too. We're asked to find the area of the shaded region and then simplify. So basically, if we find the area of the green and we minus the rectangle, the white rectangle, we should have our answer. So we want the area of the shaded region. So base times height. I will also do base times height for the white rectangle. I will use FOIL to simplify this, so 2x multiplied to 3x. Next, I'll do 2x multiplied to 1. Next, I'll do 5 multiplied to 3x. Lastly, I'll do 5 multiplied to 1. I will combine my like terms. I end up with 6x squared plus 17x plus 5. Now I'll take care of the white rectangle, the red expression. I'll distribute the x to this x and get x squared. Then I'm going to multiply x to 2, and then I get 2x. So I'm going to have to subtract it. So what I'm going to do is minus x squared underneath its like term and the 2x here. So I'm going to go keep, change, change, change. And now, after I subtract the red from the green, that should be my answer. Here's my answer. 6x squared minus 1x squared is 5x, and 17x plus negative 2x is 15x, and the 5 just comes down. That's the area of just the shaded region. Now I'd like to show you how to multiply a trinomial to a binomial, or vice versa. Notice that this binomial is on the right side of the trinomial, so I usually don't like that. I will rewrite it over here. If you remember what I said about multiplying binomials, that you could think of it as repeated distributive property, same thing here. What we're going to do is distribute each term in one parenthesis to the other terms. So I'm going to take this 2x and I'm going to multiply it to this, and I'm going to multiply it to this and to this. Here's what it looks like. Next, after I multiplied 2x to each one of these, okay, I'm going to take the negative 3, that is a negative 3, it's important to do keep, change, change, and I'm going to multiply negative 3 to each term in the trinomial. Okay, remember to do keep, change, change here. Negative 3 multiplied to each one of these looks like this. So now I'm going to answer these underneath, and then I'll have to simplify and put like terms together. You have to be really careful with negatives. And please notice, everything's separated with plus signs. We're taking a product and making it a sum. Okay, after I multiply everything, it looks like this. And now what I need to do is put all of my like terms together. If you look at what I did here, I took 8x to the third, I put it here because it had no partner, and then I took the 2x squared and put it with the negative 12x squared, and I got this. And then I took my negative 12x and my negative 3x and put that together and got this, negative 15x, and the 18 has no partner, the constant just comes down. So if you want to, hit pause right now and try distributing this 6n to each of these, and then distribute the negative 8 to each of these and combine your like terms. See if you get what I get. Hit pause. Did you get what I got here? Okay, this is what I got when I multiplied the 6n to everything. And then I went through with the green marker and multiplied everything by the negative 8. So now I'm going to combine my like terms. Lastly, here's what I ended up with. 12n to the third minus 10n squared, because I put these together. And then plus 34n, because I took this negative 8n and put it with the 42n. And then negative 56 is just at the end. So here's the answer I ended up with. Here are the practice problems. Bring any questions you have to class next time we meet, and take care.